I'm working on a bunch of new graphics and things for the stream, but I feel like because we keep taking big long breaks, every time I come back to it, it's like some piece of like ancient technology that I only vaguely remember how to use. Like there's I don't know if any like the on-screen graphics work or anything. I've pretty much gotten it down to the point where now the only things I can guarantee will work is the be right back button and then the I'm back button.
Hopefully the play button's working. The stream button.
That one works because it tells me up there. But other than that, it's
It's out of hit in front of the screen for.
Could be anything. I know the only reason I know I'm live most of the time is if either someone mentions in chat or like when Jonas joined me last week, he specifically told me he heard me on stream talking about him.
Okay.
And that allowed me to know, yes, I have been live up until the point where you arrived.
Excellent.
So last week,
yeah,
when you so cruelly went to work and left me alone.
Yeah, unfortunately. Got to pay those bills.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only reason I keep you around. We finished Blast from the Past.
Excellent.
And I found out that we probably could get a gold on normal difficulty. And I'm imagining that then the harder difficulty points are probably for pushing your high score.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a different set of medals for each difficulty, but I'm assuming it's just you can push your high score. I'm pointing at the screen, but obviously that's not visible to you guys, but I'm pointing at this. Oh, actually I've got a mouse.
Almost they have this thing to point at for you.
Yeah, so we finished that.
Yeah.
And basically that part of the plot is about Bradford following a map to something that would supposedly help the resistance. And by the time I got near the end, Jonas joined, and I totally stopped paying attention to the story.
Yeah.
But by the end of the story, they find one of the gates that you find in the main story, and you fight 3 avatars. Okay. And then in the main story, it's all about them building the avatars, and when you first encounter them, what the fuck is this? So if this is canon, these legacy operations, that means that Bradford effectively just forgets everything that happens to him in between XCOM 1 and XCOM 2.
But wasn't that the whole thing? XCOM 1... I don't want to spoil it.
So XCOM 1 ends in a failure.
Yeah.
Right? These things here are supposed to be in between the XCOM operation getting destroyed, and then XCOM 2 begins with the Resistance sort of getting on its feet and recovering the commander. This story, it's basically supposed to be what happened to Bradford after XCOM 1, where the facility got destroyed.
I thought XCOM 1 was a whole big simulation, though, wasn't it?
No. In this, it's not.
Okay.
In this, XCOM 1's story ends if you fail within the first month. That's the canon ending. That they tried to fight back, and then within the first month were wiped out.
Okay.
So in this Bradford story is I'm ignoring Jonas for the moment. I will get to Jonas in a bit. So in this it's supposed to be what happened to Bradford in between, but it makes no sense because he fights avatars and they're the big bad in XCOM 2. So fuck it.
But maybe there's something that does explain it. Maybe he.
Well, I guess even more batshit because Avengers Assemble, I just read what the story is for this. So Avengers Assemble is set before Shen gets the Avenger flying, which is the big ship in the game, and the Avenger is flying before they find you because there's that cutscene of it flying up over the cliff and then be like, this is the Avenger, blah blah blah. But on this mission are Reapers and Skirmishers, which you have missions to go and meet to introduce to the XCOM initiative in the main game. So they're not part of XCOM until the commander joins XCOM.
Yeah. Okay.
So none of it matters. I guess it's just to make it fun and not make any sense. I don't know why they even bothered trying to make it plot, but whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so now we're on It Came From the Sea, which feels more like just... It's basically a big reference to one of the XCOM games, which was Terror from the Deep. One of the original XCOM games, which is all about fighting on cruise liners and submarines and
Yeah.
under the ocean and things like that. But as far as I can tell, it's just chrysalids.
Damn, 'cause
They're actually not that bad in this game.
good.
Um,
They were the worst next ones.
but I realised when I was playing with Jonas last week that Jonas, that I checked how long I've played this game for. I've played this game for nearly 200 hours, and I played the previous one for over 100. So all in total, I've played the modern XCOM games for over 300 hours now.
Yes.
And I've gotten to the point now where I sort of play it on the lower difficulties, sort of just by instinct alone, and don't really like explain what I'm doing. And since then, Jonas, after bragging about the fact that he could probably get a gold on It Came from the Sea on his first try,
I wonder how that went.
well, he hasn't tried it because he hasn't got War of the Chosen, so he can't play these yet. But after bragging about that, has spent the past few days playing XCOM and narrating to me all of the mistakes he's made, and I realised that these are all things that these are all mistakes that I used to make, and have since learned best practices for dealing with them and things like that, and sort of internalised them to the point where I just do them without thinking about it. But I thought that for Jonas's purpose, and I guess for anyone else who drops in, and for your purpose, because you still haven't finished XCOM 2,
I feel like it's not necessarily I can't do this shit. It's I get too salty when they miss 85% of shots.
Right, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and explain why I do the things I do, and some best practices for avoiding things like getting everyone killed because you walked into a pod and they just turned around and murdered you in one turn. There are obviously situations where that's just going to happen because the point of this game is it's old school hard, especially on the harder difficulties and Iron Man and things. But for the most part, you can try and avoid those things happening with little tips and techniques. So anyway, we're going to join in on the third mission of It Came from the Sea. So yeah, it's all chrysalids based, this one, because there's a mission in XCOM 2 set on a dock where the chrysalids have infected a bunch of like fish and things, and then you have to nuke a boat. And the first time I did that mission, oh my god, was it fucking horrible. And that's one of the things about this game, is that while they did add a lot of like randomness into XCOM 2, there is still an element of it which is like Hitman, like learning certain things and the patterns that they play out. So like that fish mission with the chrysalids, after the first time I did it and I learned how it worked, the second time I did it went off without a hitch. I had like a team on the dock to cover the retreat. I only sent in one person who was really quick to set the bomb and everything. So you're expected to fail quite often the first time you run any mission.
But I think the whole point of XCOM is a small group of human soldiers fighting against a horde of aliens. It is going to be difficult,
and it's one of the things that they improved from the first from XCOM Enemy Unknown, is that you very quickly felt like a team of super soldiers. And in this they've tried to make it so that you always feel like you're on the back foot. So that's why you have timers, that's why you have you start off with very underpowered soldiers against very high-powered enemies and things like that, and then you have like the stealth mechanics, so you're supposed to like avoid fighting a lot of the time. But right, so this is the first mission we've had in the Legacy Pack that has a timer, and one of the things I guess I'd suggest with timers straight off the bat is you want to go as far as possible without getting detected.
So isn't that good advice for all of them?
Well, no, but quite often people who, and I used to do this, quite often you spend your stealth time trying to set up a good Overwatch trap, and then you're like, great, like we've set an Overwatch trap on the first pod we've encountered, great, we'll kill them off and we'll storm through, but actually everything gets a lot harder as soon as you notice. And so actually, if you can get most of the way avoiding any enemies and then set up your Overwatch trap like around the transmitter, or even like or even like depending on how your team is set up, you might even be able to like hack the transmitter before you even come out of stealth.
Oh, that's good.
And then normally most timer-based missions, once you've done whatever the objective is, timer will just go away, and then you can just focus on fighting, and you've got all the time in the world. It might seem like quite basic to say, "Oh, go as quick as possible to the objective," but a lot of people think that means kill the enemies as quick as possible, and I don't think it's that. I think it's try and ignore as many enemies as possible to get to the objective, and then fight back out from the objective
makes
that
sense.
way. But yeah, so let's have a look at who we've got. So we've got, and also another thing about Tactical Legacy Pack is that on the first set of missions, they gave us what I would consider the best upgrades all the way through. So we had things like run and gun and long watch and things like that. For this one, they seem to have given us all the fucking worst upgrades.
Brilliant.
So Bradford is just full-on Blade Master. Our sniper is full-on Pistolier. So
No, you don't need a big gun. You just need a little small.
it might not be as easy as...
Does she have the run and shoot thing? Like, so you can get a sniper with run and shoot, which is all right.
She probably will end up getting that
Okay.
because she didn't get it in the last one.
Okay, 'cause that's all right. I mean,
It's all right, but from what I remember, whatever is in that tier is better. So, right, okay. So, normally I would send.
so who do we actually have? Because I didn't see who we actually have.
So we have a ranger, we have
Yeah.
Bradford, we
Yeah.
have a sniper
Yeah.
who is going down the Pistolier route, so she has quick draw, or no, return fire, so when she gets attacked she can fire back.
Cool, that's good. I mean, that's...
It's not really that good, because it counts as an Overwatch fire and it's a pistol, so and
okay.
often you'll have her as far away as possible
'Cause of the
anyway.
sniper.
So really it's just a miss, basically a free miss that she gets.
No,
It
think positively.
on the odd times it works, you're like, oh fucking, that's why I picked this.
Yeah.
But most of the time it doesn't. We've got a specialist who has he has the heal upgrade, medical protocol. So he's got Gremlin heal, he's got stabilize, he's got revive protocol, and he's got aid protocol. Basic. That's exactly what you need from a specialist.
Yeah.
And then we've got two of the War of the Chosen soldiers. So we've got, I think they're called skirmishers.
Mhm.
Lobo, Carla Hernandez. How much do you know about the War of the Chosen soldiers?
I haven't got it.
So skirmishers, they have a grappling hook as part of their base kit.
Yeah.
So same one from the spider armor. They also have a thing called Justice, where they can use their grappling hook to pull someone towards them and then punch them in the face. So
Brilliant.
quite often you can use that to pull people out of cover,
Yeah.
to make it easier to kill them. Later on, you'll get an ability to pull yourself towards them.
Okay.
So if you want to cover large distances and get straight up in their face.
Yeah.
They have a little SMG, which is decent at medium range. Later on, they'll get a bunch of grenade abilities. What upgrades do they have? So they can... firing doesn't end their turn,
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
so they can either fire twice or fire and move. So similar to the grenadier in.
Yeah.
Later on, the one of the heavy perks is a grenadier thing. They can, when they get fired upon, they gain an action on the next turn.
Yeah.
So they get 3 actions on the next turn if they're fired at. Again, they can throw a grenade and not end their turn. And I think that's an upgrade. So this is the more they fire at the same target on the same turn, the more stuff they get. And their whole thing later on, I don't know how much of it we'll get in this, is that they get a bunch of extra actions. So there'll be tons of different things that will give them extra actions. It'll be like they get an extra action if they kill someone. They'll get an extra action if they end their turn next to someone or something like that. The reason being that then you basically get as many actions on them as possible and then just unleash hell on something. And then
Amazing. That sounds good.
this is the Templar. So the Templar is another one of the Chosen ones. They have this focus bar. When they hit something with their focus generating ability Rend. Oh no, it's only when they kill them, sorry. But I think you can get an upgrade that makes it whenever they hit.
Yeah.
They gain a focus point, and then they can spend focus points on things like Volt, which is like a chain lightning ability, Amplify, which makes an enemy take more damage, and this is Stun Strike. Strike an enemy, knocking them back in the direction of the push.
Yeah.
They also get a bunch of abilities that protect them in close quarters. So I think if they kill something, so after they use Rend, they get a bonus move. So they can run in, punch something, then run.
Okay, cool.
This one has parry. So if they attack with Rend, instead of running, you can choose to parry.
Yeah.
Which means you just stay in place, and the next attack doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
And non-lethal Rends have a 33% chance to generate.
Yeah,
so that's the thing I was saying. Like they have a third chance to generate some focus on just a normal hit.
Yeah.
So we know the objective is over there, and we don't really have any great like stealth abilities. We need to be quite cautious not to set off any pods really early, because that would really fuck us up.
Yes.
So
But you also sat next to me, who I do have most awful luck at this game.
So what we need to do is we'll probably send Bradford down here. Height is amazingly useful, but I don't know if there'll be anyone up there.
Yeah.
So we could theoretically send our skirmisher up.
Yeah.
That would get us a high view of everything, and but if there's something else on this building, that will cause us a problem.
So it's high risk, high reward.
It's unlikely there's something else on that building.
Yeah, but still could be.
If
high risk, high reward.
If I were playing normally, if I weren't trying to explain what I was doing, I'd just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I'd just go. As you've seen me play before, I'd just fucking go for it. But probably the smarter move is to send Bradford down here, then he can see into the building, but nothing in there will be able to see far enough to see him. He should be able to see over here to see if there's anything around here. He won't be able to see on top of the building, I don't think, but he'll have a better idea if there's anything over there.
Cool.
So bring him down. Rule of thumb, and this should be obvious, but I'll say it anyway. Never dash into unseen territory. Never, ever. You move your blue move first, because you can always dash after that if you feel safe. Never dash into unseen territory.
Never make that mistake before, ever.
Number two, never do. Never uncover unseen territory when they are the last person to have any moves left. Okay? So now I've moved him. So imagine this was now the last move for Lobo. Like everyone else had moved. If I uncovered some new territory, no one will be able to react to that because they've all moved. Okay? Preferably, you should only ever uncover new territory with one soldier a turn.
Yep. To
avoid suddenly uncovering something and everyone just getting totally fucked, or the people you've put really far out. At the moment, we've only used one move on Bradford, so we could move someone else to here so they can see into the warehouse better. We might be able to see into the warehouse pretty fine anyway. Yeah, we kind of can. Doesn't look like there's anything in there really. And then if there is a problem, we can still move Bradford.
Yes.
So let's send. Who can move far enough? What I might do is I might just set up our sniper on the side here.
Yes.
And then just for now put her on pistol overwatch. Actually, I probably shouldn't have put her on pistol overwatch because we might uncover something and she might need to fire. But we're trying to stay in stealth, so it's unlikely we will. Just to stay safe for now, I'm going to bring Lobo down here instead of sending her up on the...
Yep.
Or him, I don't know. It's hard to tell with these ones. Up on the roof.
Carla, it could...
Let's have a look.
Have a look.
Let me see.
Carla is a girl's name. I mean, it's definitely a girl's
It's
name.
really hard to tell, but it's
Because
probably a
it is.
woman, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Lots of scrubs.
Lobo's down there. Yeah, that looks safe in there, doesn't it? We should be able to
Famous
run across
last words.
it. Yeah, but this is the whole point of playing cautiously. Okay, I'm going to... I'm going to bring Lobo up to here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I will bring our Templar, and we're not going to push any further. So the other thing with stealth is that if as long as you're not flanked, if they move and you would now be in their radius, that doesn't uncover you.
Yeah.
It's only if they flank you that they uncover you. So Lobo, technically, if someone came around there, might be in trouble. But the likelihood is that there's not someone there because we would be able to see them through the windows. And even if they did, they'd probably, at this distance,
Still might not be able to see
they
them
still
anyway.
probably won't see this far.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I'm going to leave Bradford on Overwatch in case. And then I'm going to rush our specialist up to here because we've cleared all that area. And yeah, the more we go through this, the quicker
To my
it turns.
loyal
Even
audience,
though,
I feel I need to get this out there. There's some rumors going around, bug rumors. And from the sounds of it, maybe I'm not that crazy after all. You're starting to see them too, right? The white things with the pointy legs, the clickety-clack creepers.
Albino chrysalids. That's different. What?
Okay, I'm going to see if I can put Lobo up on the roof. Because I think we should be fine.
Utilizing hook.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. And
Moving
Japanese
there.
doesn't take movement.
I know their patrols.
Nice. Cool. Why in the hell she can't see this, but she can see that? I don't know. Anyway, she's staying up there. Cool. So that should give us quite a lot of movement. Can we? Would it make sense to bring her in here? I'm gonna bring her up
march
to
towards enlightenment.
here. Yeah, there's no one inside. Cool. Okay, we can bring her. Oh. I don't want her smashing a window when she goes out.
No, you don't want that.
What I'll do is I'll bring her
As
here,
you order.
and I just need to remember to tell her to open the door
Yes,
before she
we do.
leaves, so she goes round that way.
But they do have. They just break down stuff automatically.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in the door there, we use that.
Okay, I feel like I'm okay dashing Bradford normally, but I don't want to uncover anything down here if there is anything. Although I feel like I could be a bit bolder just because this is quite good cover, and things aren't likely to be able to see up here.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Yeah,
Which probably means worse than we could do.
yeah, that's fine. And then, right, so this means his moves are basically
Pretty much
fine.
just.
Is there anything here? So, is there a reasonable way of getting this sniper up on that roof? Yeah, nice, cool.
Let's do this.
Get that sniper to some nice high ground.
So again, it should be pretty obvious, but everything gets an aim bonus from height. So,
Trespassers.
but you can't rely on height most of the time.
Yeah.
So the only people who really can
For
benefit
all
most
we
of the
knew
time
about
is
the alien
snipers, so
technology
just try and
back
keep them
then,
as high up as possible.
whatever
if you
this
can.
transmitter was
The
that
only
DJ stole
downside
from
is that
Advent,
often roofs
it could have
aren't
been
very
doing
well
exactly what it
protected.
was originally
So
designed
enemies
for.
will get like a
Maybe the aliens needed
debuff
them to
firing
corral
at
the
them
chrysalids. Maybe they didn't
just
even
because of the
have
angle of the
control of
roof,
all these
but
monsters.
like if she stood here and they're firing from there, she's not in cover, so she's in trouble basically.
Don't worry about that too much because we're obviously not in firefight at the moment.
Okay, so we know that there's going to be people over here, and we know, and we can see down this road, but we feel like we're mostly fine. How close are we to this? pretty close. I should be able to hack that with the specialist. So I want to get the specialist like within visual range. So what I'll do is I'll bring Bradford up here. No, and they seem to have moved as well.
They've definitely moved, but you have to.
Got it covered.
I'm going to put him on Overwatch, and then I'm going to bring Ty
I
down
go.
here. So now Bradford is set to fire if anything. Yeah, cool.
But it might move back. It might move on patrol.
Maybe I'll bring her up here.
I think I might be risking it.
It depends on where they're patrolling.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring her down here. Yeah, I'll bring her down there. Okay, cool. Chrysalids blocking the way.
So in Xcom 1, I know chrysalids move
Confirmed.
like most of the map in like one go.
Oh, there's a codex there.
What's codex?
You don't, so a codex is they come in partway through the main campaign. They're basically they have they're quite accurate with a rifle. They have quite a high dodge chance, and their big thing is that if you damage them, they split into two with half the health each.
Okay, I remember. Yes.
And they also have an ability where they fire a big orb that takes a big area. It unloads everyone's gun, and then if they stay in that the next turn, it explodes and does a shitload of damage. So it's basically a way of forcing you to use a whole turn, because you have to move, and then if you want to fire, you have to reload your gun. It sucks. It really sucks. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave her up there.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. I want you to
Remember, open the door.
open the door. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have her.
Behind that rock there, maybe.
I'll go quickly.
Probably a good idea. I'm kind of worried about our 8 turns. We might need to start thinking about our Overwatch trap. We want to get our specialists as close as possible. So if I bring the specialist down,
Getting it done.
please don't set anything off. After everything I've said.
Yeah, we'll be.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh. Oh shit! If they come our way, I've just
I know I'm
not
harping on this,
practiced what I
but there's
preach.
definitely something
Don't worry.
weird going on.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Living out
Okay,
of whatever
cool.
box you can find, you start
so,
to get used to strange
I'm gonna have-
noises and
they don't
things
seem
that
to be
go
moving.
bump in the night.
No one
But-
seems to be
they
moving.
didn't move that
It's
turn.
the
They definitely
clicking,
moved the
and
turn
the
before.
clocking, and then the clicking again. It's some kind of scampering, I tell you. Whatever it is, I don't like it one bit.
This kind of sucks.
Yeah. Gotta be careful now. This is where it gets tricky.
Yeah, and the sniper doesn't have great sight lines down there.
Would it be worth almost staying up high and skirting around to the left?
Well, then we have to go through these guys.
But I'm thinking, even if it comes into a firefight, because you've skirted around to the left of them, you've still got the higher ground. If that makes sense. Rather than going down.
Maybe it makes sense to have like cover team on the left.
Yeah, so you have.
Yeah.
So if it all does go tits up and you're in a firefight, you've got people firing down.
Yeah. Okay, I might bring Bradford up to here then. Set up a team here, and then we'll do our Overwatch trap here with these guys.
On Overwatch.
So I want you to be. Maybe there. Because then on the next turn, we'll set up a trap here.
Yeah.
Moving out.
Overwatch.
Attacking on sight.
And then I'm going to set you to...
You have my trust.
Overwatch just in case.
My watch begins.
Okay, that works.
That does work. It depends on what their full route is.
Once we actually got close enough to see the transmitter, it was clear as day that our DJ had failed to mention one critical detail. The damn thing was pure alien technology, and not even Advent stuff. Something older. To this day, I still have no idea how he had managed to get any of it working, but it was all starting to make a lot more sense.
Okay. I'm going to run you up.
On my way.
Okay. Are we close enough to hack yet? No. We're going to have to start setting up our trap, I think.
We're going to fight our way there, aren't
Where's
we?
Lobo? Like, what's happened here?
He's in the fog of war.
It's really annoying. It's hard to tell. You can kind of see it there.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah, not great.
Okay, what I might do...
Yeah.
Because they want it to... Okay, I get it. Okay, cool. How much does grenade damage do? 3 to 4. Okay, I've got it. We're going to set up a little Overwatch trap.
Yep.
And we're going to start it with a grenade into this area here.
Start it with a bang. Like it. I like it. I like this plan.
Exactly.
I like it.
I'm going to make...
Watch out. I don't want him breaking down
Yeah,
the door.
you have an eye icon if
Oh,
it's going to
okay,
break it. Can you fire through this?
That was going to be my next question. Can you fire through the grate?
It's half cover, so yeah, you
Yeah.
must be able to. Okay, I'm going to bring Bradford there. So these two are going to Overwatch,
Overwatch.
and
She's got to.
she's not going to Overwatch because she has more accuracy if she just fires.
Oh, forget about that.
So,
yeah.
This is the big thing with... do I make it? No, it won't work if I don't.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Okay, so you... I actually, saying that, I don't think they take an aim penalty if they fire out of the stealth. But, because she is so accurate at long range, and she can see so much of the battlefield,
Yeah.
she's more useful helping people who end up in a bad position because of their move
Yep.
than she is firing on Overwatch and potentially just firing at anyone and us not being able to control
firing
the
the
guys
first person that moves. Which
It's the
is,
same with this lady. She is much better at melee.
yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
she could be part of the Overwatch trap, she could catch someone out in the open flanking, but because she can do so much damage in melee and then pull herself back out again or parry, she's more useful saving someone's life. Say, for example, if the melee guy ends up right next to our support or something like
Yeah.
that.
Got down chrysalis.
All the chrysalids, exactly. So, right, so let's start our trap. Can we throw... Oh, fuck. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to move...
Just cast the bottle. Yeah, don't need to do that. To the other side, that little...
no, it's all...
Oh, that is just... sorry, but...
Okay, I'm going to move her up to this bench.
Yes, Commander.
Should get just enough to be able to get those two. You know what's getting...
This is a civilian.
No, I was going to say the cover in front of
Finally got him.
No, awesome. I remember being a lot harder on Xcom 1.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Now we fight in the open.
Those sword guys are a fucking bitch.
That's
That's
shabby.
the sword guy, that's
Oh,
the
that's
sword
the
guy.
sword guy.
So the sword guys are not a bitch because of how difficult they are to kill, although they are a bit of a pain to kill. They're a bitch because they can knock your guys unconscious in one hit, which totally sucks. So I'm
You're not going for the 94?
no, because the chrysalid will be easier to deal with than he will,
Okay,
because he can instantly kill someone
You were
effectively.
literally going on about this.
I was literally just saying this, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm so paranoid about chrysalids, that's all.
we go. Cool.
X-ray
Nice.
neutralized.
Fucking dead.
She's better than the other sniper we had.
If she can't rend anyone, 22%. Is there anything I could do?
Staff her up behind some cover so she can use the next one, I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe put her on Overwatch somewhere. Just in case the chrysalid comes up. Yeah, I might bring her up here, just put her on pistol Overwatch in case the chrysalid comes up, because they only have full health. So...
My watch begins.
That's, and they have to be flanked. They cannot go into cover. Oh well. Well, still kill someone. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But now you see what I mean by don't put everyone into
Overwatch.
into the Overwatch. Fuck.
That was lucky.
Yeah.
You know what?
Now you see what I mean by don't put everyone into the Overwatch channel, because
maybe-
the sniper then
maybe
was
it's
able
Catholic.
to specifically pick off
Aside from the
the
occasional
sword soldier.
maintenance run,
Whereas
I've
if you
been
put the
pretty much
sniper in,
holed up
they
the
could have
booth
fired
here
any of those
for
people.
days now.
Could have missed. I mean, she could have missed in her normal
As a
shot.
matter of
Yeah.
fact,
But like,
it's actually getting a
I
little
specifically
ripe in here.
targeted a
I found a whole
dangerous enemy
case of
with
canned
her
dog food
and
last
took him
week.
out, as opposed to just letting
not
it pick
bad.
itself, which could be fucking
doesn't sit
anyone.
that
And then
If you get
this
my
turn,
meaning.
instead of the chrysalid missing, it could be that the swordsman goes up, stuns our skirmisher, and we're basically fucked.
Yeah.
So like,
Makes
yeah,
sense. So,
exactly.
in case you just missed it as well, the chrysalid just jumped out, had a lot more health and armor.
yeah, that's fine. So our sniper has armor piercing.
91. Oh, that's beautiful.
Alright. So that's a goner pretty soon. There's still the chewing gum
Codex.
man and the codex.
Chewing gum back. But they haven't engaged. Are they going to be aware of what's happening? Because you're revealed now, or
It's a good point. I actually don't think we set off the pod.
yeah.
Can I run? Yeah, bitch. 100%. Definite kill.
You will pay the price.
So that the way we set up that trap, the distance we traveled right at the beginning, that set us up for this.
Yeah.
Right? So it might feel like we've had good luck, and we have had good luck.
Yeah.
But a big chunk of that luck was us setting up, was us getting as close as possible to the target before we set off the trap, saving people back so that we weren't totally out of options when we did it. And it's really easy to think that, oh well, if I have everyone involved in the trap, they'll just kill them all immediately, and
Yeah.
then we can just go from there. And if I fight the first squad that I come up against, we'll just fight our way to the thing. But that's not really how it works.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to get everyone fucked every single time. And as soon as you lose your first soldier, you can technically finish, but often that's it.
You have the momentum
You're basically
against
fucked.
you, and then it's
Yeah.
very difficult to get out of that.
Civilian running towards the codex. Well, good luck, mate. Okay, so can I adjust this chrysalid? I don't know. Can I? Where can I? Oh, if I
Careful,
go
though.
over there, I'll
Yeah,
set
yeah.
up the pod, but I can get it here.
Tactical movement. Objective here.
It's okay. It's okay. We've still got most of our moves left.
Yeah. And they're not as bad as
Yeah.
Xcom 1. We'll go get in my head now, but they're not as bad.
As you command.
Oh, it's not even a hack one. It's just a destroy it.
Oh, that's alright then.
I still want to keep everyone. But that means that now we've got squad sight on it. The sniper
Does
can
the
just
sniper-
fuck it up.
Does Sniper have squad fight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
squad sight's a default in this.
Oh, okay, cool.
As soon as they become a sniper, it's their first ability.
Ah,
He got a kill, which means he gets an extra ability.
excellent.
So
Just fine.
now his chance to hit lessens every time he uses fire gun, but
They're so high.
so high that he's likely to keep just.
Soon to
There we
be out of
go.
ammunition.
I think we get another shot.
Oh, he's out of ammo.
No, it's got one left. Did he not get another shot?
No, maybe it's a.
Maybe that comes later. Yeah. I think there is a way of getting them so that they basically just continually. Bradford, how far can I get?
You run and go?
No. Like I said, it picked all the worst. worst. Oh, actually, I guess Blade Storm. I mean, Blade Storm is the only way that one of my soldiers died in the previous one.
Yeah.
And Bradford was mind controlled and just Blade Stormed his teammate to death.
Rather brutal.
What's the chance to hit? 89% with a shotgun.
That's all right.
Fucking go for it, mate.
Nice.
Easy.
Apparently he dodged it as well. So
it's not a hack thing, but we might as well put our specialist as close as possible.
Can't fire it. I mean, the mode watch. Make sure I think.
It was either bad luck or just stupid coincidence.
Can I sniper? Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the DJ had installed his transmitter on the dock right near the water's edge. He had unknowingly positioned this thing to be the most efficient chrysalid bait possible.
That implies to me that we're going to have loads of chrysalids jumping out of the water in a bit.
Yeah. So now, basically then. So now it's just a normal mission.
Yeah.
That was one transmitter down, but our job wasn't done yet.
I must reload.
Okay, so we're going to have to take out those, the codex and the special guy.
But that's fine, that's easy enough.
I am watching.
Yeah. Reload guns and...
Exactly, yeah. So now...
Ready for me?
There was basically a way of playing the Xcom Enemy Unknown, which is basically how I play every, kill mission where there's no timer, which is you regroup, you get some high ground, you kill off everyone that you need to get that place, and then you sort of set up like a kill team that just moves around the place. You don't want people spread out super far, you need them to be able to cover each other, and you just move from place to place, clearing out pods, trying not to take on more than one pod because you don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got all the time in the world, you can just go. So what we're doing right here is we're just going to reload all our guns. I probably want to bring everyone up here and then send someone out to bring them in. We could put them up here, but that might uncover some territory, so I don't really want to do that just yet. So instead, I'm going to put them on Overwatch. I've got Bradford on Overwatch. Wait another turn.
Oh, no, here we go. They're going to come
they're going to come for us. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, individual strategy for different aliens. Codexes. You want to do as much damage in one shot, because every time they split, they half the health they have left. So in this case, the clone of the codex immediately died because it only had one health.
Yes.
Still moving.
So or either that or it can't clone. I can't remember what it is. But basically, so that codex, its major pain point is already done. So you don't have to worry about it.
So,
these fuckers, you don't need to do a huge amount of damage in one turn, but you do want to kill them in as few turns as possible because they heal every turn. The benefit, the other thing you need to do is just keep them at as much distance as possible because they can walk massive amounts of distance and they do a shitload of damage in an arc when they hit, they cleave. So if you've got 2 or 3, and you want to keep people spread out, because if you've got 2 or 3 people next to each other, they can just cleave all of them, and they can destroy all of the cover around them, they can blow up any cars next to them, they don't give a shit about their own health, they just heal.
Silent killer in this.
Petrol stations, petrol barrels, anything. With sectoids, if it were a normal game and it was early on in the game, I would be bringing flashbangs specifically for these guys and the stun sword guys. Because sectoids on their own aren't that difficult, although they have been massively buffed in health and damage in this game. Their major benefit is that they have like all of the base psychic powers right at the beginning of the game. So they can mind control people, they can raise the dead, they can panic your soldiers and things like that. They're a fucking nuisance. And flashbangs totally take all of that away. They make it so they can't use any of their special abilities, and this also works on the codexes as well. But I feel it's less useful on the codexes because you can just deal with them with like a sniper who does a shitload of damage in one go, or something like that, or like a sword or something. Although they have a massive amount of dodge, so you have to remember that. But yeah, so you can stop them from doing that, and also if they have already mind controlled someone and then you flashbang them, it breaks their connection.
That's good.
So that will free them
Yeah,
up
dodge.
as well. They also are weak to melee. So if you've got rangers, they'll do extra damage from melee aiming. So they intentionally stay as far back as possible. It can be tempting to just say, well, I'll just send a ranger in, like just sprint towards them, but then they're normally surrounded by other things.
Yeah.
And then you end up with a mind-controlled ranger, and
then they might cut you back to another pod as well, maybe.
I don't think they'll intentionally do it, but it can happen.
Yeah.
It depends on how they're set up. In this case, I am going to not do anything with the sniper because we didn't reload her. Oh no, she got a free reload because of her gun, in which case we are going to fire. She can't hit chewing gum man, so we might as well fire at the sectoid. Don't have to do with the sectoid.
Target neutralized.
She would be best. She ultimately counters these guys.
Yeah.
The chewing gum men, because they cannot get close to her. On the downside, if they do get close to her, she's totally fucked.
Yeah. But I feel if you let one of them get close to your sniper, you're probably fucked anyway.
We can rend the codex because that gives us a move. So if we fuck up this, we can always
Run away.
So another thing with these guys is that they're guaranteed to get a focus on a kill. So often, to make them more useful, it's better to, if someone is low and out in the open, just send her in, because it's a free focus. And later, some of the focus abilities are fucking great. Like she can gain the ability to like create cover and things like that. And, so she's pretty fucking great. Okay, let's see if we can kill this guy before the end of the turn.
Nice crystal, exactly when you want it.
I'm glad things are going well, so I don't look like an idiot explaining this stuff.
Now that we knew we were dealing with alien
Some aren't
technology,
even wounded either.
I had a feeling things were going to ramp up
Flawless
real
mission.
quick.
He dinks it now. He's going to fail the next one.
Well, I'm going to leave you to take a mission photo while I box the loot.
I've never actually done one of these.
Here you go. You get to spend some type of music. Oh, by the way, I've changed the music to a UFO, Xcom UFO, the original Xcom song.
Oh, okay.
So it's not actually the original Xcom song. Remixed version of it.
Okay, fair enough. Right, who have we got? Oh, we can actually find out if she is a woman or not. Yes. Tyler? What's her name? Oh, what was gone? Carla Fernandez. That is definitely a woman. Right. So, taking these things. What have we got? Hoses. This might need to be energy swords from Halo. These Templar swords, they're dual wielding energy swords, aren't they, from Halo?
Yep.
I feel like they haven't got
When they announced them and they showed them off, that's basically that everyone, all the memes around.
dual wielding. I'll let you take them. Never good. Oh, let's see how this works. These are questions. Whatever one of the rock. I have no idea.
Jonas, if you're still there, say something sarcastic.
I thought that's probably not the best photo for your team to be having, is it? There you go. There's some guy just getting stomped on. What do you do all of them like that? Ah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't go, that's how this works. All getting stomped on. Anyway. What's he? Oh yeah, we have a lot of tea in the house.
Yes, I just bought some more as well. Yeah, I only really like two kinds of tea, and I think we've collected loads of tea from like other people coming around and buying a box of tea and then leaving it here.
Yeah.
Having like one tea bag and then leaving it. Cool. Okay. On to.
There was some salvageable equipment
Oh,
among
yeah,
the
I
aliens
forgot
we took out. But we didn't have a whole lot of time to take
So Rangers get
inventory.
spider suits, sharpshooters. Oh no, Rangers. What? Does everyone get a spider suit? But no one gets an exosuit. I think I prefer ammo to vest. As I said before, I hate vests.
Yeah.
So
Ammo is better.
I guess there's no reason not to take the spider suit.
Yeah. I think two of them.
Yeah, because the others you can't change their armour.
Yeah, but
I
still.
guess our specialist just gets nothing this time round. Oh, venom rounds. Nice.
Ooh.
And psychic soldier. Yes.
Venom rounds. They just sound awesome without.
So, this psychic soldier has an ability that we didn't have on our psychic soldier in the last one.
Yeah.
She has Inspire, which gives a teammate a free action. I think it definitely does use her own action.
Yeah.
To do it. So she can effectively give an action to someone else.
That's right.
It's pretty useful in specific circumstances. Really great if you do things like dash someone into the unknown territory and then
people out
go shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good at covering your ass. Can't remember what full throttle does, but we can have a look at it when we get in. Got a quick draw, fine. Deflect is an upgrade to parry, where she reflects the damage back. Pretty self-explanatory. I can't remember what channel does, but we'll find that when we get in. Okay. Right. I like the UFO. UFO.
Aside from our civic duty to rescue a fellow human in need, the only way we were going to shut down the rest of his broadcasts was if he pointed us towards the other equipment. He had been squirming for a few hours now.
So what are you actually
Apparently,
doing?
Advent was having
Destroying-
trouble with the
So I
doors
think-
on his building.
This
So, of course,
DJ
he was getting
set up a
cocky,
bunch of radio
because he's an
transmitters
ass.
around, and then so that he could have like a
We must
pilot
all
radio
move
station
carefully.
across the area.
Once we got into the city, the comm signal
and then,
was stronger than
and
ever.
so he repurposed
We didn't have anything else to go
What we didn't
on,
realise
so we
is that
used
it
the
was causing
transmission
prisoners
as a beacon.
to rise up at the ground.
Okay.
And
That's
so,
not what you want.
And so now we're attempting to
Don't destroy that.
destroy
We don't
the
want more
thing.
crystals. Okay.
Okay, so this is a rescue mission, but there's no timer. So what we have here is a very easy rescue mission.
You have now just jinxed it.
I'm not saying that we will succeed, but in terms of rescue missions, it's a very easy rescue mission.
Okay.
The main reason being that rescue missions are a fucking nightmare in the main game because you have to find the place, break the person out, and then get them out without getting them killed. All in time and getting all of your soldiers to the evac point. It's not one of the ones where once you complete the objective, the timer stops, keeps going. So if you can get the guy to the end, And then, as Jonas texted me earlier, he said this happened. You can get your guy to the end, complete the objective, and lose all your soldiers because none of them get to the evac and get out. It fucking sucks, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in this, this without the time pressure, much easier. It says rescue the pirate DJ and rescue the DJ's bodyguards.
Optional though, so you don't have to do that.
I get the well, yeah, but we'll probably go
Oh,
into
yeah,
because they're normally they'll normally be like either other soldiers you can control,
Yeah.
or they'll be like resistance operatives, which in the normal game are just like NPC soldiers, and they tend to be pretty reasonable. The DJ will definitely go under our control, and then we have to basically just defend them to the end. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah, we should be good. So now we've got a psychic soldier. We've got stasis. That's going to be pretty fucking handy for us, like taking big bads out of the action. We want to save that mostly for things that can do a lot of area damage to avoid getting our. Oh, I just got a photo from Jonas.
Is he going?
Oh, it's just a photo of his own XCOM game. I survived it. I survived and moved the furthest. Very good.
Excellent.
We're busy playing our own XCOM game, Jonas. You can talk about yours later. Okay. So, I guess we need to get the lay of the land. So, our DJ is in the middle here.
Yeah. So there's also going to be a difficulty with this, surely. It's not going to be. It's going to be.
It's going to be chrysalids,
Yeah.
which can fuck up and turn our civilians into zombies, and it's going to be uncovering areas of land. Also, Bradford. He's wearing a very risque outfit. See his belly. Is it?
Decided to take up belly dancing in his spare time.
Okay, this looks pretty safe. So I'm imagining there's going to be a shitload around here. I would like to have someone go up here and cover the upstairs. I don't know what's the best way to do that.
Ladder?
Oh yeah, ladder. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, I'm going to put Brad. Oh, actually, I'm going to save this thing first because we're going to uncover some more territory. What I'll do is I will grapple up here. That's a broken window, so it won't make any sound if we go through.
Repositioning.
Seems to be clear.
Something triggering it.
It's trying to go through this window. If we go too far this side, it'll have to go through
Oh,
the window.
right, okay, I see.
So instead, we're going to go over here, get a view of the room. So what I want to do is clear this upstairs
Yeah, make sure everything's good upstairs.
for the sniper, and then run the sniper up here and have the sniper basically overwatch across that thing. And there's another open window, so we can drop down from there to get in. Oh, do I risk running? No, I'm gonna leave her there for now. Be
Trespassers.
safe.
You haven't got any time. I haven't got any time in this.
There's no rush, exactly. Sniper. Where can I get the sniper? Oh, most of the way.
I'm all over it.
Jonas sent me another photo. I'm just going to ignore Jonas's photos. If he wants to talk to me, he can talk to me in chat. He knows where I am. Cool. I guess the rest of us can stay on the ground for like actual physical protection.
Heading there now. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
So yeah, while there's no like real benefit to these guys still have moves left, so I can run him up here and
Rolling
that
height.
area. Still be fine, I think. Or her, sorry. Goddess. Amani Goddess. Nice. What a nickname. How do you get people to call you Goddess?
Yeah. Jesus.
Can you imagine like joining a new group of friends and they're like, oh, that's Goddess. Like, how does she get the nickname Goddess?
Must be a good story behind that.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
So while
She's kind of psychic, so I guess.
well, I guess yeah.
I
If
mean,
I had a
like-
psychic friend, I might call her Goddess.
Eyes on the prize.
So while there's no like,
Oh, move them away. Excellent.
while there's no like direct benefit to having soldiers
Despite
right
being the
next
product
to
of
the
advanced alien
civilian.
genetic manipulation, apparently our
It's just
peacekeeping
easier
overlords
for-
never bothered to invest
It's
in
usually easier for,
battering
like,
ram
that's where they're
technology.
firing, so
It's
it's
like
usually
something out of a
easier to
fairy tale.
defend from
They just
there.
can't seem to
But,
blow
like,
my
it's not like
house
you can get
down
into,
no
like,
matter
drop
how
bullets or
hard they
anything.
try. I may not even need a rescue after all.
Okay, how about I go over here? So you can see them. Oh, and there's one bodyguard. Nice. I'll bring you.
Guide my hand.
Do you want Phantom or Blade Master? I'm not answering any of his questions unless you ask them in the stream. So, in the meantime, let's get these guys going.
Yes, Commander.
Just want to make sure this room upstairs is fine.
Well, that sounds all obvious.
Yeah. Cool. Plenty of space.
On the move.
Very nice. Yes. I can see you now in chat. You've returned. Yeah.
Go, go, go.
Let's go. Let's just fucking go, mate. And then Bradford. Can I get you up there without setting you off? Yeah. Nice. What do you want, Jonas?
Phantom or Blade Master?
Phantom or Blade Master? Remind me what Phantom does.
Scanning.
Oh, wait. Phantom's the one where they stay in stealth when everyone else gets revealed. It is usually good to have your first ranger be Phantom, and then you use them as a scout, basically. So what you do is when you set up your Overwatch trap, you know how I said about always leaving people out.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a Phantom Ranger, you definitely leave him out because he won't fire because he stays in stealth. But what you can do is you set up your Overwatch trap, start your fight, and then you can send your Ranger to go round and like scout for you where all the pods are, or sometimes complete the fucking objective on his own. He's really great for, there's one where there's like a bomb and you have to turn off a bunch of bombs on the way. It's quite useful for like keeping him out of as like a backup button press, basically, where you're like, oh shit, we've only got one turn left, I can send the stealth in, press a button, it hasn't been revealed yet. In War of the Chosen, there's an even better version of this, which is the Reapers, which are one of the special soldier classes that get added in, and they hey, shut up, I need to talk, it's a stream. And they are they have like a 50-50 chance in their first shot of just staying in stealth, and then after that it gets less likely, but they still have a chance of staying in stealth.
You get really lucky, spend the entire game just...
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely, but you can.
Yeah.
But they also have a bunch of abilities they can do just from stealth. So they can throw a claymore, and later on they get the ability to stick the claymore to someone, and then they can detonate the claymore, and they definitely won't come out of stealth.
That's amazing.
So what you can do is you can stick a claymore to an enemy, wait for them to just walk into the rest of the enemies, detonate it from a distance. Actually, they shoot the claymore. Shoot the claymore, and then it detonates the whole pod, and she doesn't come out of stealth. It's fucking mad. It's so useful. Yeah. When we do, well, actually, there's a Reaper in the next Legacy challenge, but when we do our own like campaign one, you'll see them, and I use them in every single mission. They're amazing. But yeah, Ranger with Phantom, like the ultimate scout unit.
I'll maintain my watch.
So, I'm thinking, because we've got time, and everyone is in a really great position.
Yeah, that's
Like,
you,
this is
admin guy.
like
That's
madness.
what you
There's no way they're
sound
going to
like
miss.
out there.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say
that's
that,
what
but
all you
they're unlikely to
imposters
miss from
sound
this
like
distance.
to us originals.
We might as well set up our Overwatch trap now. Again, I'm not going to use a sniper, which is
No.
great for backup. I'm not going to use Lobo either, because Lobo has a lot of mobility, so Lobo can get to wherever we need to get her to save
Yep.
someone or to kill someone who's gotten awkward or whatever. Goddess is going to go on Overwatch because even though she has some pretty cool abilities, there's no one here I desperately want to stasis.
Yeah.
This guy, he's a shield guy, so he will hit the ground and give a shield to himself and other people. It's
Yeah.
a pain in the arse, especially on bigger enemies, but we should be able to take him out pretty quick, I think.
Yeah.
And with our sniper as well, if he runs away, she's got AP ammo. That 2 armor is negligible, right? So what I'll do is I'll put Goddess on Overwatch. I'm probably going to leave Nikita again not on Overwatch because
It's
she.
super mobile and
Yeah, exactly.
running.
Can I open this door and then run him? Yeah, nice. But
How did they not notice that? The door's opening.
it's probably better to start the Overwatch track with him
Yeah.
and run him over here because he's got a longer range weapon.
Well, they're not
That's
exactly
affirmative.
long range, are they? They're quite short range.
No,
Eyes on
but
the target.
whoa.
That's our guy. Pirate of the airwaves himself.
Okay, this has changed my opinion on a lot of things. Because if we start this off, they're going to run straight over here and flank him.
Yeah, so you might want to run him back then.
Moving the designated coordinates.
But I'm feeling risky, and I think everyone's got enough moves. I'm just going to set off my trap anyway. There's only 2 people in the trap.
Do you want maybe a grenade? Way of setting it up? Or?
That's a good point. What I'll do is I will, Bradford, you're going to go on Overwatch,
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
and you,
Alright.
where can I go?
It's still got really weird throwing
The
grenade.
window. Shit, I fucked this. Have I?
Can the-
No, I can set off the trap with her, I think.
Sniper. Not yourself, stuff.
I don't want to set off the trap with a sniper.
I mean, no, but
That puts us at way too much risk. It's probably better to set off the trap with her with
Yeah.
a melee attack because she can just leave.
yeah, okay.
And then she's still got her ability.
Yep.
She's still got her moves, so she can mop
Yeah.
up whatever doesn't get killed.
Just gonna rend that guy.
Yeah.
You will pay
the
price. My advantage is lost.
Oh, and she got the focus. Her thing pot. So
Their armor is tough.
even though she's gonna kill, she's still got her focus.
Yeah.
Nice. She'll bear it down.
Not even close.
Nice.
Okay, these fuckers can explode on death.
Yeah. Oh, these
So
are
you
the
want to
flaming
keep them at
guys.
range. Yep.
Yeah.
They don't have a long range, but they can do a shitload of damage.
Yeah.
What it might make sense to do is have her just parry, because then if he decides, but I was going to say
He
if he
parries.
decides to, she won't take any damage from the first attack.
Okay.
Problem is, if she starts the next turn in fire, she'll have to move out of it and definitely set on fire.
Okay.
So it's probably better to move her out of the
her,
way.
So we don't want to move her too far.
No, we can just bring her back to where she was.
Yeah.
Now, who is left? You and you. You can't see anyone, but definitely people are going to be looking out there. So, what we can do is we can take Lobo and flank this fella.
We've got to be careful about triggering that pod.
Okay.
I go.
Apparently you can't see them.
Yeah, who's got an ability there? Can you just chuck a grenade at him? Sure.
Right.
How can't you see him from there? Well, anyway, he's going to have to move. So
Watch order confirmed.
there we go. Nice.
Right.
So yeah, destroying cover is pretty useful. If enemies are flanked on their turn, they'll pretty much always move. He's just used both of his moves running to that doorway for some reason. He has effectively placed himself as a big moving bomb into our area, which sucks a bit, but
Tell me, who is that rap-tap tapping at my chamber door? Quaff the Raven with Nevermore. You hear me out there, Advent? Nevermore. You are never getting in. Fascist goons.
okay, let's take our sniper.
Can we get one of the berserkers?
We can, yeah. Oh no, first we're gonna lightning hands, because that's free. No reason not to.
Yeah, we're at 3. Yeah.
Then yeah, we can soften up the berserkers. 100% chance.
Yeah, might be.
I want to move her. Yeah, she
This
can
world
move
is
off.
ours!
And then she gets focus for killing. And then that gets her out of the way of Explodey Fella.
Yep.
Now I'm going to put her on parry as like a bit of a bait, because if one of these runs up and just punches her, she's going to deflect it immediately.
So good.
And then I need to move you so that you don't get exploded. I'm going to pull you around.
On my way!
Did she stasis one of the losses with berserkers? She's
Yeah.
very good.
Don't want to stay teammate. Yes, she can. That's very, yeah, very good.
My mind is my
Learning.
shield!
Very, very good. Yeah, crown control. Nice, cool. And then
You're not sure how to deal with him though. That's the only...
to do with who?
Oh, just the exploding guy, flamey guy.
Well, now everyone's out of the way, so I can just bring Bradford over here. And good thing we moved everyone,
yeah.
isn't it? The first time I tried to stream XCOM,
Seems doable.
it was the first mission with the skirmishers, and it was also the first mission they introduced the flamers, and I just had him just justice the first flamer he saw, instantly killed it, detonated, and he's the important NPC, so he's just dead.
Ah,
So I failed the mission, like basically the first enemy I encountered.
amazing.
Um,
At least he's learned from that. 92%.
I was hoping he can attack her.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he will.
Especially
Oh, actually, we might not even.
Not even.
about it.
oh,
I have failed us!
And I dropped one of
My
the
weapon is nearly
bodyguards to the floor.
balls. I guess I would say. I mean, 81% chance.
What are you doing, mate? Well, 91 now. Oh, because if he fires at the same target. Cool.
I am the victor!
So now we can rescue a soldier.
No ammunition!
And set up a kill zone for our other big fella.
The fire cannot be stopped!
Shit, you guys have laser saws or something? I mean, sure sounds like you're just out there beating on my door with your fists. If that's the case, good luck with that, you freaking caveman. Ha-ha! Radio man.
Up here.
I'm not sure how the DJ convinced these people to guard him.
Am I in control?
We
I
managed to
am.
rescue one.
Nice. And I don't give a shit about you. So,
Position confirmed.
How's that not flanked?
rage they don't get flanked or something.
Ah, okay.
You will bear
Fuck it.
my
If
mark.
He's gonna be dead though.
Yeah.
How did that not kill him?
Isn't within range, it's like the person they shoot at, who shoots at them, hits them, that's their target now, isn't it? So you can kite them.
I don't know. It's never really explained, but probably that's the case.
I think it is. That's why they don't get flanked, because as soon as you shoot at them, they're basically killed.
Yeah, I
I'm
get it.
going.
I think.
On Overwatch.
Cool.
Reload weapons and
Yeah,
I reload.
and then I can. Take me over here.
Changing position.
away from the fire.
Nice shot of fire there.
To that position.
Don't worry, everyone's got fuses, have they not?
No.
We
But
secured
it's
the
okay, it's
DJ,
okay, we'll be fine.
but
They're
now we
really,
had to
really far
babysit
away.
him until we got
And
to
now
the
the
evac
green,
point.
in this as
Oh, she got a shredder gun. Oh, so she got an exosuit, but it didn't show up on the thing because we hadn't actually got her as a soldier yet.
well. Ah,
That's
that
why
makes
it only said spider.
sense.
Okay, well, we can bring her up here. and
Position
put her on
confirmed.
Overwatch, but it's not likely that anyone's going to get damaged. And even if they are, we've got a lot of health
On Overwatch.
and healers and... Oh, we've recovered the DJ as well. Nice. So we'll bring him down here, and then we'll have him hunker down.
Yeah. Pretty much the only useful thing they can do.
Oh, there's another bodyguard.
Nice.
Impressed yet?
Look at those eyes, man.
I don't think the receding forehead helps at all with those.
Receding forehead.
Receding forehead. I mean, you know, receding hairline even.
Why did it stay on him for so long?
Nice.
Easy. Easy.
Enemy eliminated.
And it just stays with her with her manic eyes staring back at us. I did a kill. I feel it in my blood.
Boy, do I owe you all a favor. Whew. Say, that's some nice gear you got there. Is that from Advent? I haven't seen anything like that. Hey, where'd you guys say you were from again? You know, I didn't think anyone was going to show. You know, I've been broadcasting up and... Wow, is that a...
I'm gonna save this soldier.
As you
I
order.
might set up a pod, but it seems to be fine for the moment. Nice.
Nice.
Is that all of the bodyguards? Yeah.
The DJ and his
That's
guards
good,
made it
Oh
clear
no,
the
actually,
area.
we'd lose points.
Now we just had to get ourselves
Oh
out.
no.
That's important.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, but at least
Okay, right.
you have meat.
I'm all over it.
No, we don't. The points are what are important. It's the only reason we're here.
Points means prizes.
Exactly.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
We have to get there.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's like a bridge
Yes.
there or something.
There's going to be... Oh, you know what's going to happen? They're going to like pop up from the water or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Right, we've got a couple of Overwatch.
Moving Overwatch.
Yeah, we just want to move everyone as far up as possible now.
perfect.
As you direct.
Sniper.
Oh shit, yeah.
Right
Um,
at the very back.
oh, he has got running gun now.
On it.
Make sure we reload these guns as well. So.
To be fair, at the moment I just want to get
Will
them
do.
up in the front and then we can deal with their weapons after.
out there.
Nice.
Hiding from the civilians. This, though, this was something else. I mean, if they could be fish, they could be anything, right? Where does
DJ
it
doesn't
end?
seem bothered
You
at
and
all
I
by
are
that.
gonna have a long talk
Well, I
later.
suppose
For now,
he's
do us all a favor. Put
a
up
DJ in a. He is wearing really risky armor, isn't he? I mean, he's wearing the equivalent of like the female armor you see in fancy games, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So there was a DLC for this called Anarchy's Children, and it just added like weird fucking armor. And
My
So, yeah.
strike surges forth.
As well, just to make sure. 'Cause he doesn't like it.
oh, channeling is she gets blobs when an enemy dies. It loses sonic energy. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Pick up focus.
That's alright. So you can get focused from a lot of places.
Yeah.
See the parry.
Yeah, why not? And then effectively going to just set up an Overwatch trap here for them. If we can't see them, which we can't.
Yeah, we know what they are. The Christmas are going to come and
Overwatch
do a bit
confirmed.
of melee. Or at least try.
You just need to get
Moving
close.
out.
So, you don't get to do anything this turn.
I can handle that.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
You know that was good. On reserves.
And then, Lobo.
As you command.
Not a great range, but I can't
I will watch.
Overwatch.
Not many people on Overwatch. Right.
Confirmed.
Can go on Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
DJ just hunker. Kathleen,
Rolling.
you can come up here, and then you can.
56?
Why not?
Nah.
It's still
56.
moving.
She's
I'm
not
okay with that.
She's not
Running
XCOM.
dry.
She doesn't. She's
Moving out.
expected not to be as good.
56 is probably right.
Come on, Javier.
Shows how it's done.
Or not.
Come on, focus.
There we go. That's why Bradford's in charge. It is weirdly risque top.
Yeah.
You guys seem pretty tough. Well, you don't need me to do any actual fighting, right? But don't get me wrong. But I kind of
Almost.
pulled my back a little bit, keeping the door closed on Advent. So, I'm sure you can handle this without me, right? No problem.
This seems to be staying on this for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's rock.
might as well.
So Bradford's gonna shoot, and everyone else is just gonna start moving out, I think.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
So it looks like we've basically got to rerun to the boat now. Well, we can see the whole area, so
I'll keep a watchful eye.
I'm pretty sure we'll be fine.
Let's do this. Whatever you say.
Lobo, you can
It's in but done.
Overwatch just in case.
I am watching.
You got plenty of ammo.
Solid copy.
DJ. I'm gonna bring you over here because then I can run you into the end zone next turn.
Yeah.
Kathleen, you're pretty useless. Let's just
On
get
the
you up
move.
here as well. Javier,
Yeah.
it's racist there.
Stepping off.
One of the guys is called Fernando.
Fernando. basically useless right now as well. So.
Got it.
So normally in like evac situations, I feel there's a bit of like a priority list. And at this point, it's usually... Oh, he could set... Oh, he's got incendiary. He's there's a bit of a priority list. Certain people are much better in movement, so normally you get your snipers out as quick as possible with your VIPs, and then like you can leave behind like rangers who have run and gun and like Templars and things, so that they could be the last out, so they can cover everyone else. It's usually the best way to do it. Sometimes you can get everyone out at once, and then that's the best way to do it. But in this case, that's looking unlikely.
Rolling out.
I don't have evac all mods turned on, so they're just going to have to do it one by one, which is a pain. But,
Yeah.
also, you can evac even if they're out of moves.
Already there.
So no need to worry about dashing them into the end zone.
Rolling out.
Yeah.
That's fine. They can evac. There you go.
I'm out of here.
I do not know why evac all is not
I'm
part
out
of
of
the main
here.
game. It just turns all of this into one button press. It's such a stupid thing that you have to go through and click each of them individually.
The DJ was safe, but the rest of the squad and I were still on the ground.
Okay.
No problem, boss.
We should be fine though.
Come
Yeah,
get
I
some.
don't see the... Let's get Lobo out.
A long approach.
Unless they pop off in between.
They probably will. It'll probably give us one
Returning
a
as
turn.
ordered.
But even if they do, I think everyone's within dashing range now.
Yeah.
And they can't overwatch, so
That is true.
Will do.
might as well just get them out.
Yeah.
Ready to boogie.
If they airlift soldiers in,
I'll keep it under watch.
you normally get like a turn of knowing that they're coming first.
You're stronger than that.
Nice. We'll also get an extra point for killing them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
He's been quite good, so.
Running. Running.
Nice. Nice.
I can
There we
cover
go.
it.
For them.
Cool. And that's it.
Just in time.
Another flawless.
Time for me to go.
Getting out of here.
Nice.
So I guess if you wanted to farm points, you could just sit here on the end.
It ended up being
kill everything
easier
that
than
comes
it
up
looked.
onto the boat.
Yeah.
We escaped with the DJ, and
We
there
had
was
to
no
get
sign
gold.
of Advent in pursuit.
I get the feeling we might get the gold anyway. Oh, it wasn't flawless because the fucker came up at the end.
Yeah, and one of the goals wounded. Yeah.
But that wasn't me.
Yeah, I know,
That
but it's still going to count against it, doesn't it?
Well,
Our new
we don't use
DJ
points
friend
yet,
had an
we
interesting
use
collection of
before we-
scavenged tech and spare parts in his collection. We took
Alright.
the best stuff and left behind everything
Okay,
else.
so we can either get better PCSs or we can get advanced explosives.
We've got flashbangs, got acid bomb. Were you saying the acid bomb's really good?
Acid bombs are pretty good. But I also quite like plasma grenades, and we've already got like armor piercing ammo. But
So you're going to do combat sims then?
I might do, yeah. Just like a general baseline being better at things. I kind of talked you down the first stream we did, but I feel like it might just be useful to just be baseline better at things.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so Templar's got Reflect and Deep Focus. I don't know what Deep Focus is. I think it might... Oh, I think it means you can have 3 focus.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Shadow Step, so he... I don't think he triggers Overwatch Fire
Yeah.
or something. Can't remember what Face Off does. Can't remember what Covering Fire does. Interrupt, I think, stops someone's Overwatch, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what combat presence does. Fortresses, she creates cover.
That's good.
I think she turns herself into cover.
Okay. Right, I'm sure that's on this one.
So we've already got the bronze. And we've been doing pretty well so far, I think.
Jinxing it, come on, man.
After all that work to rescue this
Fine.
guy, not a day later, he somehow thought it would be a good idea to wander off in search of his old record collection or something. I almost lost it that day. I was about ready to just leave him to the chrysalids. Fortunately, he hadn't managed to get very far, and we put a leash on him before the aliens could. The DJ had set
Okay,
up his
so this
equipment in an
this
old
is the type of
utility
mission
building
I
that the
was saying I
locals
hate.
built
Yeah.
their settlement around.
We have to
It
move
almost
him
felt
a
safe
certain
at
amount of
first,
time, and we're not
but
in
the
stealth.
signal there must have
Yeah.
been stronger.
this is everything
because the
that's bad about
chrysalids were
time missions.
overrunning the entire area.
So it's going to suck real hard. Bradford doesn't have stay in stealth. He just soldier does not trigger Overwatch reaction fire. Actually, I'm going to quickly pop to the link. So,
I'm not going to touch anything because I am really, really bad at it. No.
cool. What are you doing?
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So, what's the best way to tackle this? Well, we don't have any information.
Oh no, we have to get up there.
Seems pretty far away.
Yes.
Um,
So there aren't any civilians you have to rescue, and there's only one we have to look after.
But I'm assuming that we're going to fail if, like, we're going to lose anyone who gets left behind. So we want to move fast and.
But cautiously.
I guess the best way to do this is probably stay in as much cover as possible
Yeah.
whilst moving quickly. So, for example, if there's like a tree line that runs all the way along here, which it looks like there might be, we should be able to just skirt along here and then sprint up.
Yep. That sounds like a good plan.
Probably the best way to do it.
Most direct as well.
Yeah, but we want to reveal some territory first. So let's send Bradford.
This is where the old battle scanner comes in very useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Love one right now.
I'm going to use running gun this turn just to.
Just to see. Okay. But it can't.
Yeah, we'll have to go
Alright.
around there. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Uncover it. Getting it done.
Okay, let's just move everyone up quickly.
I move.
So interrupt, what does interrupt do? A powerful form of Overwatch, instead of firing automatically, you perform any single action.
Ah.
It's pretty great.
And what's the other one? The other one we could do?
Combat presence. Grant an extra action to a squad
Alright,
mate,
okay,
so it's
cool.
basically inspired.
I await their approach.
Our sniper is going to be next to useless in this.
Solid copy.
Although, she does have mostly pistol perks, so
Yeah, this could come in handy.
yeah, maybe not as bad as it could be.
I am watching.
Spray him up next to Bradford, I guess.
Yeah,
Got it
it's
covered.
For her.
probably the best move.
She's wearing pretty risky armour as well.
Radford's puts more clothes on.
Okay, so I'll admit,
She's
it
wearing
was
Bradford's
probably a dumb idea to go by myself. What were the chances of you guys
retro for
tagging
this
along to
girl.
go look for my records?
Yeah, exactly.
Slim to none. But you gotta think
Bradford's
long
gonna run
term.
up to-
I'm looking out
They
for
are
our
big
future.
pigeons.
We can't
They are
afford
fucking
to lose
enormous,
the
aren't they?
music of our past, can we?
Whoa, I've been up against one of these before, haven't we?
Archons, yeah. So these are Archons, I can't remember the name of these fuckers, but they're a ball ache and a codec.
They're big daddies, are they not?
They're kind of, yeah.
You look like it.
But they can do a shitload of damage to your people if they're clumped up. In fact, if they're in a line.
Well, so it's like,
She's in a really shitty position now because that tree is blocking her vision. So, what are we going to do? Okay, first of all, we're going to stasis someone.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Who do I want to stasis? I think I want to stasis.
Stick to yourself.
Good, yeah. I'm going to stasis the Andromedon.
Nothing gets through.
So what he does is, apart from having a shitload of health and armor, is he has a pretty powerful gun, but he can also fire a big blob of acid which bounces forward in a line and just shreds the health and poisons everyone in a line.
Oh.
And then when he dies, he goes into like autopilot and he just runs and melees at things, and everywhere he goes he leaves a trail of acid until you kill him again.
This is brutal. That's not the first enemy you really want to run up against, is it?
No!
As you order.
No.
They suck. Who's my Justice? Justice the Coda. Do we really want to Justice the Codex?
Justice Codex, and then
It will split when we do damage, so
Oh.
so it being near us is irrelevant.
I was thinking because you just straight to the middle, you can just take down both of them really quickly.
No, they'll teleport away.
Oh.
So yeah, so she needs to move
Heading
out
out.
here. What does face up do? Fire every visible enemy with your pistol.
You might as well lightning down something.
It's still
Oh.
moving.
Fire with your pistol.
Hardly did anything.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice. That was a lot of damage.
13. That's
Um,
exactly what you want.
Whatever you say.
Careful, it's going to be. Oh yeah, because you've taken out the tank.
nice. Okay,
see
that's
that one?
really useful. So Archons have an ability where they fire missiles into the sky, and it will show you where locations are going to land, and then next turn they'll land, so it forces everyone to move. It's fucking nuisance. Who have I got left? Okay, maybe it does make sense to Justice Codex, because we might be lucky enough that one of them teleports near enough for then our Templars go and rend.
Yes, but we don't want. But I just thought of devil's advocate on this one. You're very close to your VIP.
Yeah, but they will move. If she takes damage, they won't be near us.
Okay.
Because as soon as they take damage, the two she clones and splits.
Okay. So,
So-
you're only effectively pulling one of them close to you, and the other one's going to be standing
No, I
around.
pull her close,
Yeah.
do the damage, and that
Oh, right.
initiates a split.
So they split in front of you, basically.
They do split if they split if they take damage.
Okay, cool.
So until she actually takes the damage, she won't split.
Okay.
So assuming we take this Justice on. Yeah, nice, cool.
Oh, so there's a chance they can miss. That's good.
Yeah, because now he has to. So now what? Clone.
Oh, so the clone might not.
Yeah, the
Clone right
could,
next
the
to
clone
each
could be anywhere.
Right. Okay. Now I'm
Yeah.
with you. So you've still got one right next to them, and you can just.
Right.
Suffer my rage.
Now to get the kill, she gets focus.
Yes.
And then I want to move her close as close as possible to this guy so we can start fucking him up next turn.
Yeah.
Because then she can parry, so she can basically just block the fuck out of him. Now on you, a little bit of resistance, and then hunker definitely exactly that. So yeah, the location of the codex means nothing, because the codex is stable every turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
The signal in this area was already down, but the chrysalids were still coming out of the woodwork. I didn't give a damn about the DJ's records, but that didn't stop him from ignoring the fact that we were out here protecting him while he nursed his alleged back injury.
Sure, you could do like a rend, a slash, and a sniper fire. That would take him down. I mean, quite a lot.
I can handle that.
But remember, he doesn't die the first time you kill him.
Oh yeah.
So, and then he starts spewing acid everywhere, so we don't want people like on him, basically.
You grab him to the top.
Yeah, I can. You know what I can do? I can
Changing position.
grapple up here, reload and fire. Just grappling to take a move.
Ah, brilliant.
I must reload.
Easy.
Just right there.
Okay, goddess can move and then fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Is a fire not be useful?
Soulfire ignores armor and is guaranteed to hit.
Your flesh is weak.
Probably very useful for the situation.
Nicely done.
Okay, now I think. Better. How much damage is Volt? Oh,
So close.
or I can amplify and then slash him, and then use the sniper to take him out once he's.
That sounds like maybe.
And that does put Bradford right up next to him.
We are now flanking him though. Does that then do more damage?
Because the armor.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I think I want to rend him in an attempt to take him out this turn, to put him down to the thing, and then save my focus and push him next turn if he becomes a problem. Yep, that's good.
I strike for my people. We should do something about that
Oh yeah,
armor.
the more focus she has, the more damage she does with her rend. How about that? Carry, please. Never mind.
X-ray
Okay, so
neutralized.
hopefully it's going to stay there and try and attack her.
Yeah.
And then she can and then if he really becomes a problem,
Yeah.
she can push it. And you can come up here and hunker. It's a good thing we have a lot of
They
a
come
lot,
for
a lot
me.
of soldiers with abilities
Yeah,
that don't
you know, I wish I
require
could help you guys
ammo.
out, but
Yeah.
the recoil from those guns would just tear up my poor back. I mean, maybe If we find an ice pack or something, I'll be able to jump back into the
Can't
fight.
solve it, can you?
Doesn't hurt to keep an eye out anyway.
Let's rock!
And then... Another Ren kill.
I'll tear you apart!
Another focus. Yeah.
Right. I see that. Definitely brutal.
Yeah, I mean, often it's difficult to get those like props, like building up in a way that you guarantee you're going to get those focuses. She seems totally disinterested in the chrysalids.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, mate. I'm just wandering down this bridge with abandoned cars.
Chrysalids running past you. Just chilled out, mate.
You can fucking do it, mad lad.
Could, but that might set up any more pods.
So let's do what we know we can do.
Hostile target down!
Oh, it killed all of the cover here.
Yeah.
Seems doable.
I feel
Come
like
get
I'm
some.
wasting a turn by staying here, but I'm gonna have to. You're out of actions. Central.
Literally no cover you can get to.
Oh. They're gonna have to come over the bridge.
Overwatch confirmed.
I don't really want to be waiting for them to come to us, but
No. We've got nine.
I'll give you an extra action, have you move up there.
Fight on!
Probably a good idea.
Heading to that location!
And then have you come over here and hunker down. And then I want you down here.
Yes, Commander.
Nice.
My cover will only hold so long!
Well, how about that?
My friend has way more health than that.
Yeah. I'm confused. I'm sure they had loads
Something's
of-
happening because noises are happening in the background. She just strolls away.
I see what you mean by
I said earlier, the
Chrysalis.
DJ is
Chrysalis.
essentially a walking target in combat. He refused to even pick up a gun, much less fight with one. The best we could hope for was that he kept his head down and his mouth shut
Right,
until
I think
we
now
reached
if
the
we
evac
Like
point.
need to start. Yeah, but I think we've got to sort of start
Way out.
really pushing forward, haven't we? We've got 8 turns to get quite.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start throwing these up as distractions.
We're not too far away. Why can you not fire at that one? Oh, there's
Behind
the
the
rock.
Goddamn rock. Always getting in the way.
Well, that's okay.
You even picked up Genji's sword as
I need
well.
ammo.
Yes. Okay. There's great
On the
easy
move.
at killing that chrysalid. I don't want to leave you behind. Ignore you.
Stepping off.
Nice. Oh, I can stasis again.
Moving to
Stasis,
position!
Get past. Stasis it.
Yeah.
Get past it. Yeah, that one.
Under my protection!
Oh, well, that automatically went to your own guys there. If you weren't paying attention, that would have been very bad.
Which I'm frequently not. And the longer I play, the less
Yes.
likely I am to pay
Yeah.
attention. Right now I'm taking some very risky maneuvers.
It'll be fine. I don't think it's anything too risky.
My senses are keen. Moving quickly!
These.
Come on. You can't really blame me for playing around with alien technology. You guys do it too.
Oh, he jumped out. You hit it and jumped on the bridge.
Makes a lot more sense now.
Testing first, but sometimes you just gotta jump right in and pull the trigger, you know?
Well, I
Render.
mean,
A focus strike of power.
free focus, yeah. Blob.
Yeah.
Nice tasty blob of focus. And then she gets momentum. Let's bring up here. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Everyone's still got moves. If you open a pod, probably not the smartest move, but look at this. Look at
She
her.
has got balls of steel.
Stone cold.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my god, I want to be like her.
Okay, let's take a turn to clear the way.
Snipe that guy.
Hostile terminated.
Okay.
So go get back the guy to your right.
Oh, wait,
as well.
no.
No problem, boss.
Actually, I probably should have put it in there. Clog the route. Bring you over.
I go as ordered.
Who can you hit me? Yeah, it's probably burning. Nice.
Excellent.
So if you don't kill him this turn, as long as you do enough damage, you should be fine. Right, I need to get you. Maybe there. Just hunker down. Bradford.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, because he can run pretty far.
Yep.
It just guarantees you don't get hit from the back.
Closing on target position now.
Can't see them there.
You can inspire someone. Like, now, I don't know if I inspire her and then she kills someone if she gets some momentum.
I doubt it, or else that'd be really okay.
Well, no, the whole point is like training abilities.
Okay.
Should we do it for science?
For science.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
No
for science.
retreat.
I'm going there with the not.
I think it might.
If it does, that'd be amazing, but I don't think it will.
This world is ours.
That'd be insane.
Did you get momentum?
Yeah, I think she does. The bottom, oh, there's parry.
Yeah, there we go, yeah, nice.
Nice.
Then I have a parry.
Nice.
Nice!
That's right, now we
I'm
know.
the focus of
So that's a
their attack.
really, really good synergy.
Yeah.
The DJ had shown that at least he felt some contrition for his mistakes. And his heart was probably in the right place if it meant pissing Advent off. I wasn't ready to let him off the hook just yet, though. We were still in the
I'm just
thick of
gonna
his
run
mess.
Bradford.
Right, that's good. We've done those.
Yeah, exactly. Next turn, reload. Just shoot the shit out of anything that comes.
Because he'll
by.
be able to dash to that evac point, won't he? Sure.
Yeah.
You've got 1% right in the face of everyone at the moment.
A righteous strike.
Kendra, fucking amazing.
I mean, in the normal game, I've never had this much usage out of one. They're pretty fucking brutal, aren't they?
Fire a gun again.
Wait, she can move and then fire. Probably a good idea.
On the move. Target neutralized.
Cool.
I'm going.
Yeah. We're pretty much there.
Moving Overwatch.
6 turns left. Yeah.
I go.
Easy peasy.
It is under my watch. That's affirmative. On Overwatch.
watch.
Nice. Momentum is available. Oh yeah.
You're just lucky you weren't around for some of my earlier experiments. A green slug here, red one there, some other alien stuff. Yeah, I used to say I had a few close calls. Guess
Full throttle.
anytime soon either if you catch
that?
my drift. I'll tell you what.
We can
I
find
know how
out.
to put
Probably
a
that.
hand jam and a wombo anytime.
Well, yeah, but like, it probably doesn't just change the noise of the gun. It probably does something else. What does full throttle do? Gain 2 mobility with every kill this turn.
No.
Also, she can run further. Okay,
You ready
reload.
for me?
Can I get the DJ out this turn? I can. Nice.
Amazing. I love when they
I mean,
work out the movement
it's
on it.
ridiculous when they do it as XCOM soldiers. It's even more ridiculous when it's a civilian DJ.
Yeah.
He's just like, not. Did I say do that? Okay. Okay. Well, we might as well get her out.
For the second time now, we had ushered the DJ to safety. No thanks to him.
Go.
Probably waiting for that little.
Falling back as ordered.
Waiting for Bradford to spout nonsense.
No need to ask twice.
Put it just on the edge of the building and Overwatch, I guess.
Oh, I bet
Seems
they're
doable.
They're coming out of here, but. And then here's
Affirmative, covering out.
next turn. I'll get you.
I go quickly.
I can soldier.
Already there.
I like jumping over things, don't they?
Yeah.
Returning to Avenger.
Nice. Not bad.
There wasn't a whole lot of time to get out of there, and there was no way we could fend off this many chrysalids
didn't.
forever.
It didn't.
If we didn't keep moving, there was a risk of being overrun entirely. Location confirmed.
There we
Got
go.
it. Moving.
Everyone.
That's everyone.
Ready to boogie. Heading home.
Getting out of here. Packing
Smashed it.
That was pretty quick as well. It was half an hour, that.
Yeah. Not too bad at all.
Not too bad at all. I think we've got time for one more.
We took a few hits here and
And
there.
that's another-
The chrysalids don't stop
They're
until
flawless.
they're dead. Fortunately, we made
We
it
might
clear
get a
with the
gold
DJ
after all.
alive and ready to steer us towards more problems. We
cool.
picked
So-
through the settlement and salvaged what we could. We were slowly
This gun's
piecing
pretty
together
great.
some decent gear, but we
and
had
his
to
blade's
choose
already
carefully.
pretty fucking great. Anyway,
Yeah.
Arc Wave I think is like a wave. Like Arc Wave. Yeah. Untouchable. I think it's if he
Just
kills
Arc
something.
Wave.
I think it's if he kills something in the turn, he can't be hit that turn. Or it might be. I think it could possibly be if he just attacks something with his melee weapon at all in that turn, he can't be hit in that turn.
That's pretty good.
Can't remember what aim is. It's probably a pistol talent, which is why I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Ever vigilant means if he uses up all his moves without firing, then he goes into Overwatch automatically at the end of his turn.
Okay. Cool.
Really great.
Yeah.
There's basically only one set of skills you can take with specialists, which this game seems to know because I haven't taken any of the others.
The other one's like really crap, or are they?
They're all to do with like hacking and like turning the gremlin into like a damage dealer.
Yeah.
No one ever takes them. All you should take is all of the healing talents
Yeah.
and Overwatch talents, and then you get in War of the Chosen you get this special currency that allows you to train other talents in the talent tree, and you just use that to get the hacking talents and the zapping talents and things. Because they are really fucking powerful, but do not outweigh the ability to heal, like have like 6 med kits in a map at all.
Yeah.
Can't remember what Waylay is. Soul Steal is like a life drain. Domination is the permanent mind control. Sanity is the random one that can mind control. Domination is once you get it, it's so fucking powerful. You know the Andromedon we saw earlier. So my go-to would be mind control.
To recap what we've learned so far, the DJ had taken alien technology, screwed around with it, and accidentally created chrysalid lures that he then placed along the coast, which attracted hordes of these monsters from the ocean of all places.
They don't know
This
we're
is
here.
when I almost lost it. Because this is when we found out about the DJ's boat docked outside another city further up the coast. On board was his computer, scheduled to broadcast the latest pre-recorded installment of Pirate Radio.
No, I just
What choice did we
first
have?
start. This map reminds me of
We set off for yet another
tutorial
target.
level one.
We barely had any time to reach the boat before that transmission was scheduled to inadvertently call in even more chrysalids to the shore. There was no way to approach near the docks, so we had to work our way through the streets, with the DJ giving us directions over the call
running
link.
down.
Push my luck.
Bring Bradford right up to here. Oh, there we go.
We've been spotted!
Yeah, I feel like that was
First mistake I've made all day.
not.
It's okay.
Not slacking.
Right? Don't you worry about it. Okay? It's okay.
On your order.
We're just gonna go ham. Fuck it. Sometimes it falls for
It's still moving.
Miss.
it. That clearly hit him.
Yeah. Could have been a glancing blow. Right,
Yeah,
that doesn't.
awesome.
Just don't go so ham that you trigger more pods.
I'm going. Overwatch.
We're in a bit of a sucky position.
Mm-hmm.
Together we are stronger.
Let's see if this helps. Yeah, boy. So Arcwave makes Rend like do like a wave.
Ah, that's a good.
A focus
So they
strike of
clumped up
power.
there. Even more pods. Okay. And this is how you recover from a mistake.
To that position.
Yes, exactly. Important to learn.
Rolling.
I can inspire someone. Who do I want to inspire? Probably Bradford.
Keep going.
And then he can fire a shot just to...
Damage it a bit. No, that's not very good.
37%.
Grenade?
Okay, let's take some armor off him.
Their gods have abandoned them.
Where are you going?
Going away.
So what you're gonna want to do here is head up the main drag there. You should see a restaurant on your left. Sporting goods, maybe, yeah. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just up the road there.
Okay.
X-ray
Get
neutralized.
rid of them. Real good.
Who's the best person to rent?
We worry about getting triggering any more pods.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Slash in mode.
Yeah, and then we've got yeah. So if you score a kill, the next attack against you will be a miss. It's effectively a free turn.
Yeah.
You just need to be as close as possible. So
Got it covered.
Heal and shit. Can I get you anywhere close? Yeah. Nice. Okay. We're gonna.
Utilizing
This is playing super fast. Way too fast.
I go as ordered.
Yeah. Grenade?
No, we can get rid of 47.
I'm gonna interrupt. And chuck a grenade.
Yeah.
Moving. Affirmative. Covering now.
Getting about pushing too far forward. But,
Yeah. Okay.
you got a bolt or something now?
Yeah.
You won't
Okay,
escape
cover.
my mark.
Oh, yeah.
Scanning.
Right in the back.
Went off the armor.
Where is he going?
Running away.
Well, I guess
I will
his
go.
special move went off.
Remember when people used to complain about their GPS navigation maps? Well, imagine using one of those, except directed by our DJ friend here. We might as well have been moving through the streets blind. It was that bad. I don't know what I was thinking. Dumb ideas sinking into tired brains.
Nice.
Nice.
Got a free rent in it, I think.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we need to focus.
Feel the power of the Templars.
And she got a free focus too. It dropped the focus as well, so she got 2 for that.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
No, just one focus.
Oh. It had 2 for a second there.
Oh, weird. No idea.
Everyone's still got the move.
Yeah, no, but say it's now. You've got Crystal coming up your side.
Don't
You've
worry.
got that big ass thing, which I have no idea what that is.
It's fine. Everything's fine. First, Snipey boy will go.
Sure.
Yeah, that is the best thing to do.
What is that thing anyway?
It's called. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it's heavily armored. It can like lift itself up so it can see through higher levels and things,
Oh,
and it just fires shitloads of lasers and stuff. It's basically a battle tank.
Maybe throw a grenade to blow up their cover and the car they're stood on.
Moving there.
I really want to take care of this first. Oh, I guess I could take care of them.
Don't listen to me, I'm well set to game. You're not getting in the middle and.
No, it's not big enough.
Can we stasis it?
I don't think we can get close enough. No way useful. What have I got left? Roadkill.
No problem, boss.
Now, this would be the perfect time for us to have one of the hacking abilities. So we don't.
Moving to designated position.
to get someone injured here.
Or if leaving him there, if they just move to the left, he's going to be flanked.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's really spread out, which is super important for this bit. I think we'll just do this, and then we'll we won't be able to hit anything yet. Probably better set aid protocoling.
Something like that. That makes sense. Great. He's running away. No.
They come for me!
Oh no! Big damage!
Oh, those points.
Our precious points!
Zero bucks are given. Oh no.
That takes a turn to charge up, so it's fine.
Okay. Still.
They got me!
It's okay. That's actually fine. He's gonna shield everyone. But if we kill him, the shield goes away. On everyone.
Okay, cool.
It's not that big of a town. You should be on the water before you know it. My boat should still be sitting right there, where I left it, assuming no one found where I hid the keys.
So if I kill, I get an
Hey,
unstoppable.
remember,
Yeah.
you promised not to smash it.
Probably a smart move. All the shields go away, which means we should be able to take out everyone else. Good move. Good move. Nice. Easy to hit. So, nice.
You know, it feels a bit unsatisfying to shoot, doesn't it?
It does a bit, yeah.
Rend him unsatisfying. Or just take him out. Probably just trying to
Stop at my raid!
parry.
It did full damage there as well.
Oh yeah, 'cause you did the whole. Careful about.
Yeah, okay. Fine, we'll parry.
I can handle that.
Fine.
Rest yet?
Cool.
That's the first
And Lobo,
I will move.
we might be able to kill from there.
one. 52%.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna hunt it down
It will be safe.
because when we kill it, it's gonna become
Yes.
a thing. So we kind of want to kill it at the same time we can kill it
Heading out!
as well.
Scanning.
No idea.
Kill confirmed.
It hasn't actually done most sensible.
No, it's been really weird. This whole thing.
The DJ pleaded with us not to destroy his computer along with his recordings. So we agreed that once we reached the boat, we would hack in and shut down the broadcast. I'm not exactly sure why we had to hack in. It was his computer. But I don't remember anyone asking any questions at the time.
Approaching objective.
No, just the objective.
That was when we first spotted the
Let's get a
DJ's
motherfucking
precious
gremlin
computer.
right here. I want you to just run.
Will that not
Solid
car not
copy.
explode?
The car is notified at the back. Okay. They're separate pieces in this.
Okay, so I'm paranoid. Or tough.
I am now as well, but I've done it, so...
On the move.
Yeah, nicely done.
Enemies down.
We're
I'm
getting
running
those
low
lock
on
points.
ammo.
Yeah, so I lost a few points for being a bit reckless, but all
We're
in
covering
all-
it. I think that's pretty on.
No one
And
gets
we've
by
actually
me.
gone really fast,
Hmm.
despite all of the stupid shit I did.
My eyes
Yeah.
are peeled.
Reload.
Ready to go.
Runner up.
Going up.
Bring her up here. I think once we hack the thing, I think we just
Moving to
I think we
Overwatch.
just
On Overwatch.
kill everything. So we might as well just leave her up.
I can't just
Okay.
give you my password. We hardly even know each other. I got sensitive data on some of those drives.
And
I'll point you
here.
toward the files we're after. You guys can take care of the rest. You're elite, aren't you? Hack the planet.
Okay, now it goes here.
But there are going to be more chrysalids to pop out of.
It's in battle.
That will probably become something face.
The face thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Give it 7 turns, we should be fine.
So just one fish there? Or...
That's nice.
Yeah, just the one fish.
I am watching.
It isn't good for them. Well, it's good for it. I mean, everyone's going to be overwatching it on it.
Come get some.
Yeah, it's not really. It's survived long, I don't
Stepping off.
think. The last remaining part of the building.
Got it
Solid
covered.
drain pipe. Oh. Was they expecting them to come from that way? I don't know. Nice.
Killed it.
I was assuming it was chrysalids.
Hostile target down.
Doesn't matter, it's dead.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
even
thought I
get
had one
halfway
pistol
there
rifle.
before we
No,
spotted
you did
the
last time,
boat.
then she had another
Mainly
guy.
because it was already crawling
Fair
with
enough.
chrysalids. There wasn't all that much to it. We knew we'd have to fight, and that's what we did. Won't happen again.
Still need damage to the armor.
I don't think
Enemy
they get to
is
attack it.
still up.
No, that's terrible. Sure.
Right, can our sniper hit anyone from there? Yeah. Amazing. All the way across the map. Maybe we should like detonate that wall in the
Target
building so
neutralized.
you can see through there.
Maybe.
Probably blow out this wall.
Could do that. You might always start hacking there.
Yeah,
Attempting
fine, yeah, I
infiltration.
guess. But then I want to detonate a wall.
This is that wall.
Oh, well that's useless because you're doing it for the first move. Let's just do the rotated one then. Fuck it.
Accessing system. We stopped the broadcast, but there were still enemies in the area that we had to deal with. Our target, minimal damage. Got no ammo.
Okay. Can I do anything else now?
Like that wall somehow? Or...
There's a better grenade. Well, we're probably going to end it before she gets a chance to. Oh, I guess we'll just kill them all then.
Still expecting that fish to turn into a face.
Our success inspires.
Oh, she's got another ability.
I must
Oh,
reload.
she killed
Yeah.
something, right, yeah.
Affirmative. Moving out. Your body grows weak.
Your body grows weak. Very threatening, psychic Irish woman. Fuck it.
A righteous strike!
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
Very surprised that fish didn't turn into a faceless.
We managed to get into the DJ's computer and stop the broadcast before he brought down even more
Nice.
chrysalids on us. If that was possible.
Right.
The DJ had a few interesting items
Race
stashed
system
away on his
lawsuits of
boat.
superior PCS.
I'm not really sure why, though. It wasn't much for fighting.
Yeah, let's go.
Probably used them for trading, I guess.
He's got a Reaper ability you're talking about.
So Reaper for Rangers is slightly different. So Reaper is that they, it's where they attack with their sword, and if they kill someone, they get another axe.
Oh, okay.
And then they can keep going until they don't go hit something. And every time they attack, it's a lost chance. But so if you've got everyone low,
Good just mop up.
like if you've got like, or if you've got like 4 health chrysalids, just slice your way through them.
That's useful.
Yeah. I don't know what these do. Null Lance, I think, is basically the rend ability with the wave.
Yeah.
Void Rift, I think, is basically what the codexes do. And Solace is where I think it stops mind effects on teammates near you.
That's good.
Yeah, we've got one more mission to do. We probably won't get resolved.
No.
But we've got one more mission to do,
One more
and
mission
then
to go.
we'll be done with this. But I don't think we'll
I had just about enough of the DJ and his secrets. I was about ready to beat it out of him, but finally he came clean. I wasn't kidding before when I said the guy was a crackpot. The true source of the all-powerful signal? An early Advent chip transmitter. Somehow he got the bright idea of hooking into this thing, despite barely knowing what it actually did. His story was so ridiculous it almost made sense. I mean, none of us were scientists, and our solution was simple enough. We'd just blow up the transmitter and undo everything the DJ had put into motion. Simple.
Nice. Okay, so next time we will be blowing up the transmitter,
Brilliant.
which should be fun,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look like it'll be too difficult to do, as was the rest of it. Cool, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll be back doing WoW. It depends on who's about, but it'll probably be like Mythic Pluses or All Deal or something. Just trying something new. We're going to try and do something for the rest of Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, as well as just Tuesday and Thursday. So tomorrow will be WoW. Just be chilling. I might put on some music or something while we do whatever we're going to do. Thursday is going to be, I think, if Jonas is about, we'll be starting a Divinity 2 multiplayer campaign. And then Friday, it really depends on who's about and what people want to do. But it will either be something multiplayer, or it will be The Sims, or I might just be lazy and play more WoW. But
So expect more out.
well, it depends, because I don't think WoW's super interesting to watch if you're not doing something like raiding or something. But yeah, I'll try and set up like Spotify to do some music and things like that, and just make it chill. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll be back with this. No matter what, I'll be back with Xcom next Tuesday. So hopefully you'll be around.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, Tuesday's XCOM day from now until when Hitman comes out. So probably only like 4 weeks.
I've got plenty of time.
Yeah. And yeah, cool. So I might see you tomorrow or for the rest of the week. But thank you for joining us.
Bye.